Hang on. Welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone. Let me just turn the music down a bit. So last week YouTube weren't so happy with the music, and well, they were not happy with the music I was using, and we got some copyright claims and so on. So we can't have that. So we gotta tune down the music a little bit. Not too much of a party in here, but still we're gonna have fun, guys. So please keep your questions coming in the chat. Tonight I wanna talk about several things with you, including what is happening right now with Companion and Breakfree Trading, and how does it all fit together, and what is the difference between these two, and why why you should pay attention. So tonight we're gonna cover all of that. Tonight we're gonna cover, and hopefully by the end of this you'll have a much better understanding of just how we are approaching Companion and why we're investing so much in Companion. So traditionally, guys, when you start a business in today's world, is you get an idea and then you go check it out, you put some work into it, and you figure out if this is something that's gonna drive any profits. Is it gonna work? Is it actually is it feasible? Is it just something you can scale up? Is it something you can do? And that's how most business starts, and it's just not that many make it. In Breakfree Trading we did it really well, and I'm very happy for that. However, Breakfree Trading was a community of people who wanted to improve their trading, that wanted to operate under a algorithmic neutral framework, meaning that instead of me thinking, okay, Bitcoin is an uptrend, or me saying Bitcoin is a downtrend, or you having an opinion about it, we just set some common rules and agree when this is happening, then the market is acting in a certain way. And this is really what our algorithms is doing, is that they provide an objective visualization and confidence reading of the market of what it's doing right now, and then helps you, guide you towards how you should be trading it, where you should be trading it, where you should take your profit and so on. That's what it is. And it has proven itself now. I really think that a lot of the students with Breakfree Trading throughout the years understand why it's so powerful to work based on algorithms instead of just being human. And that is what drove us our massive success in Breakfree Trading. We worked with over 100,000 people. We educated over 100,000 people. It's wild. And what I was saying was basically, at the same time, all of this is, like a successful community where everyone is improving and getting good results, and yet there is a main organization ahead of it that just takes all of the profit, right? And that's just how business works. The problem with that is that when you're the customer in a business, it's not your job to take care of people. It's not your job to develop. It's not your job to pay engineers. None of that. You're a customer of a product, right? But you might want to be more than that. You might want to get involved. But that is very hard for a normal retail person today to actually get involved in a business, have a stake, or they love this product. I imagine you love a product and it's so great, and you love to have ownership in it, and you just can't, either because you simply cannot buy the stock because you're not a registered investor, or the company doesn't have the what it takes in order to put a company public and then sell shares and deal with all the public relations that takes. And many companies can't do this either. They need to operate privately. So what is my point of this? Well, my point is all of this is that with Breakfree Trading, we were stuck. We were stuck in a way that we weren't able to empower the individual to have an ownership of Breakfree Trading. They weren't able to, as much as they loved them, they weren't able to actually own it. And because of their contribution, and because of the people they referred, and because of the people they talked to and so on, they didn't actually get a reward for that, right? Except for building community and making it bigger. And I think that can be much more powerful. I think that is completely unnecessary, that you can't own a piece of the products that you love the most, because the people who make the products better are the people who use them the most. It's like So that's why for a long time we've been working on an idea of how could people have an ownership in Breakfree Trading. What could that look like, and how would how would it actually play out, right? Like, and what was the grand vision? What was my grand vision, and so on? Because what I want to do for people, okay? What I want to do for people is that I want people to live a fulfilled life where they're happy and they go to job every day and they have a job where they feel fulfilled and they're happy, and they can come back to what matters to them, their family or their hobby or whatever it is at home, and just live a nice, positive, happy life. Because then these people are gonna go out into the world and influence other people that's gonna have a good time and a good life, right? Like if your boss is being a piece of shit or a dick, it's probably because his own life is fucking miserable and he's tired of what little he has achieved in his life, or he had other goals or whatever, something impact. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's really unnecessary for people to bring their negativity onto other people, whether it's work or it's personal or whatever. People just need to be more positive, need to have a better life, and that's very hard with the world we live in today. So that's my goal. I want to empower people to do what they want. If they want to make a ton of money through trading, awesome. That's the path I went through. It's not easy, but I can definitely show you the way, show you the ropes. Now, for many people, they're gonna find out that's not for them, and that's okay. I also played, I did karate when I was 8. Find out it was not for me. I was better at table tennis, That's completely okay. But it's very important to learn when you're not good at something. When you're not good at something, it's very important to take notice that, okay, this is pretty difficult for me, and I don't even enjoy doing it. Maybe I should not do it, right? The problem with trading for people is that it causes, actual real damage to people's financial and mental health, and it's tough. It's not like you go to karate and you find out this is not for me. It's more like, you get your entire net worth ripped to pieces. And that's what happens in the financial markets. The financial markets are built to take money from ordinary people. It's just how it is. You can't change that. It's very hard to change that. But what we can do is that we can impact it, and we can educate people, and they can educate more people, and we can make them want not to do it. You can't tell someone who wants to do something don't do that, because if they want to do it, they will do it. It's that simple. You have to make people actually want themselves. And the reason I'm talking about all of this freedom and so on is because that's really what matters to me. I had parents who worked in their job. My mom, I'm from Denmark, by the way, so my mom, she worked in a government facility where they would go out and do environmental control of are the farmers using too much nitrogen in their in the stuff they use to make the plants grow. What is the name? I forgot that. Anyway, the point is, she had a job and so on, and my dad too. But it was a shit job, and there's just terrible people around him, really, like not really educated to be in a position of telling what other people to do. But that's just how it's put together, and as a result, they just didn't have a great time with their jobs. Like it just, it didn't seem like great, and that really impacted me. And that made me want to grow up and build some sort of path, some sort of opt-out. So if people were actually trapped in a situation where they didn't want to be, or they wanted to be in a different situation, they could opt out. They could do something else. They could take a different path. They could work towards a different goal. And that's why I built Breakfree Trading, because I believe that trading is a really powerful tool that can set people free. But they have to want it, and they really have to have patience with it. Most don't have that. So what we learned from people in Breakfree Trading was that most of the time people want to be right. They don't want to make money. And unfortunately, this is just very expensive. So a lot of people find out that trading is just not for them, and that's fine. It's fine. Then figure it out. Figure out this is not for me, and then step away from it. So you learned, okay, that was not good for me. I'm gonna stay away from it, because it's so hard to win on lower time frames if you don't have algorithmic tools like we offer in Breakfree. If you don't have expertise, if you don't have experience, if you don't have skills, it's very rough to make it as a trader. So a lot of people find out trading is not for them. But that doesn't mean that they can't be involved with financial markets. It just means that they need to be investors instead. And in Breakfree Trading, we learned many people should be investors rather than traders. And it's good to try to become a trader, and it's good to spend time on it. If that is what you want, then go get it. Absolutely. But for most people, they just don't have the time required to actually make it happen. They have a full-time job, or they have kids, or they have devotion to other things already in life, and that's fine. But just understand, you're not going to have it both ways, right? You're not going to get both, and that's just accept it, right? So once you have accepted that, you can move on, and you can understand why you don't want to participate in the trading game, because you're not qualified or equipped to do it, and you will most likely just lose. Actually, not most likely, you will lose, guaranteed. So instead, you can focus on becoming an investor. You can focus on doing all the things an investor does to really compound their money and make more money off it, even when they're not working, even when they have a full-time job or have kids or is busy with other things. You can absolutely be a great investor and make a ton of money. You can make one investment that do extremely well, and you're set for life, right? So the problem most people experience when they become an investor is that a lot of people don't know. They think, a lot of people think they're investors, but in reality they're not investors. They're more like traders, and they just don't know the difference. And if you don't know the difference, then you're gonna get trapped in the loss, and that's just not great, right? So instead, what we need to do is we need to educate people on becoming investors, if that is what if they're not equipped to be traders. And the sooner we can classify people as not equipped to be traders, the better we can protect the person from doing serious financial damage to their own mental health and their bank, right? Because you don't want that. And that is why we're building Companion, because Companion caters to a much greater market than just trade. Trading also exists in Companion. We will have our own perpetual markets where you can trade. And that is the whole idea behind it, is that Companion is an evolution of Breakfree Trading. It just caters to a much greater crowd. And yeah, it's really exciting, because it's so much easier to make people successful as investors than it is to make people successful as traders. And that means it actually doesn't take too much work to really make a new investor make relatively great investments. Like, it's actually not that difficult. It's not that many buttons that needs to be pressed in order to have a successful investment. Because once you classify yourself as an investor and you understand you're not going to be a trader, you also, you back down. You take a step back, and you understand that I'm not going to be involved in low time frame trades. That's not my deal. There's other people doing that. That's fine. That's their arena. If I try to step into the arena, I'll get slaughtered. Great. I'll be an investor. I'll follow the investment plan. I'll lay out my plans, and this is really like a key component of Companion, because a lot of people are like, okay, well, how the fuck do you approach trading? I'm sorry, how do you approach investing? And that's where we're building intelligence companions, that each individual that shows up in the app and signs up will have a companion, and the companion will basically start to understand the user. It will start to understand the personality, and by this, it's basically like you give it data, you share data with it. The more data you share with it, the better it can help you. For example, if you share with it that, I don't know, you have a crippling trading addiction or whatever, great, that's good stuff. That's great stuff for an AI to know, that you really need to be kept in check, and you really need to really need to look over your shoulder when it comes to, what can you say, short time frame moves or short time frame transfers of coins somewhere, and just understand like, well, what sort of personality are we dealing with? And then you really want a companion that also educates people and it helps them understand the process, and also helps them understand, just like what they're dealing with is a common problem, and it's something that can be solved. They gotta work a little bit with the companion. So what this will allow to do, is that as the companion learns the user, as the companion learn what kind of person we're dealing with, they basically have an ability to tailor an investment solution for this specific person. Now, I know I'm talking, but I can talk about this for a long time. I'm very passionate about this, so feel free. Oh, hang on. Okay, I see that I was locked out of the account and I haven't been getting any updates. That's very nice on the chat. Hang on, let me fix this. But let me just finish my thought so we can continue from here after. If it's even streaming, I hope it's streaming. Let's see. I can see data being uploaded, so we hope it works. Look, the point is that once you can take an ordinary person who has no experience to how to compound money or make money work for them. For example, my mom, she always told me like, I wish I had learned, I wish I knew, but she's just from a different generation, from a different age, where you just didn't grow up with fucking Google on your phone where you could just find any piece of information in seconds, right? Like, it's just a different generation. I respect it, but still, I understand. Even today, when the data and the information is available, there's plenty of people who just don't educate themselves on that very crucial information, which is learning how to compound your money, invest, and how to, protect your money. And it's just such a big problem that we really gotta address it. So yeah, just imagine it for a second. People can download the application, they come in, there's a companion, it understands them, it understands their personality, how much money you're dealing with, what the debt look like, what are their goals, what is their investment horizon, what do they need to make happen, what they're hoping to make happen. And based on all of this, you basically have an AI friend that is designed, like this is the key, okay? That is designed to make them succeed, not the company above that deploys the bot, but you have an AI that's designed based on what the user's data has provided. Then you have a user, then you have a relationship between the companion and the user where the companion can give a really good education and help the user in the process on how they should move forward. Because it's not that hard. To be honest, you don't need advanced AI to even do this part. It's not that hard, like in terms of like how people should be going about investment and so on. It's really not. So we're doing that. We're building that solution to allow that. Now I'm gonna log into the chat and then we're gonna take some questions. Okay, guys, let's have a. Huh? Why is this so difficult? One second, guys. Let's get the chat up. They really signed me out good. All right, well. Hang on. So yeah, helping people build freedom in their life through education and assisting like a lending hand, being a friend for other people. I mean, I can't think of something greater to build with. Like, if I have to spend my life on this planet, building some technology or something, I think this is fucking great. I think this is like the number one thing that needs to happen in order to bridge inequality and just all of these problems that society has right now. It's just, but you gotta understand, humans are hard to work with. They're hard to work with. I should probably know. Why is this so difficult? Okay. My that guys, tight. Add account. So yeah, that's the passion for me. That's why I do it. That's why I'm here. Now, oh, this. Okay, getting into the chat now. This has been a very difficult lock-in. It's been very difficult. I did not expect such difficulty locking into. Like I was locked in and locked me out. Very. All right, YouTube Studio. Here we go, guys. So just think about that, okay? That's a great fucking foundation to build a company on. Help other people learn how to invest and compound their money while keeping them safe in the market. I mean, what the fuck is left to do? That's it. You solve that, you know, you have left your mark on humanity. That's what I want to do. So all right, getting into the chat. Oh, that's a ton of messages. Okay, we'll get to them in a second, guys. I want to talk about something more important, which is how does Companion make money? Okay, now you understand that Companion is an onboarding vehicle for new people to get into investing or crypto for that matter, whatever. Getting into investing is really like the prime. Whatever they want to invest in, that's fine. What's important is that people make investments that are algorithmic sound, like from a neutral point of view, from machine looking at what they want to do, it makes sense. That's the first thing. The second thing is that it got to be something that they believe in and that they like. If you buy into an investment that you don't like, you're buying it for a gain, you're buying it for something to go up, you're not going to have the confidence to sit through that investment for a time. You're hoping for a quick return, you're back to trading. That's what we talked about. Don't do that. If you're an investor and you want to really make money, you just got to be patient. You really just have to be patient. And yeah, guys, welcome everyone to the chat and to the live stream. And yeah, I still have a lot to say, so we'll get to your questions in a minute. Hang on, let me check the questions. So back to how do we make money? Well, guys, when we are the onboarding vehicle for people coming into investing, who are they gonna buy the investment through? Okay, us, of course, and that is where the revenue comes from. Every time we sign up someone and they come into, like, every time you invite a friend and they download the application, they get their Companion, understand what they're dealing with and how much this guy wants to invest, time horizon, blah blah blah. Once this is locked down and he actually want to execute the investment, he just click a button. We have already grouped together what he should invest in. He's already sorted out what that investment should look like. Then as he goes about, as he executes his investment, it's basically handed over to us and we take care of it and we fulfill the order. And that, of course, oh wow, my camera just not have a good time. That's not good. Hang tight, guys. We'll deal with these technical problems. All right, guys, just stay tuned. We'll be okay. We're back. Look at that, amazing, great take. And I promise we'll get to trades in a minute. We'll have a look at all the trades and so on, everything that's to talk about. But that is the main way. Okay, so Companion is not just a wallet. It's not just it's not just like what you're seeing now. What you're seeing now is like the base layer of the platform. Okay, it's just like the very early beginning. It's gonna have so many features that we're building out. But what you don't understand is that the way that we're building this app compared to how everyone else built in the industry is on a completely different level than what they're doing. They're building simple web apps with simple web fronts. Okay, what we're building is cross-platform native machine code applications. Okay, and you don't know what these words mean. It basically means it's super fucking fast, and it's super fucking fast on all platforms: iOS, Android, Windows, Mac, Linux, browser extension, Chrome, whatever. It doesn't matter where it's used. So it means as we grow Companion, as we grow the platform, well, it basically means it goes out to all these different sources at the same time. All the different clients at the same time will see the updates in real time. It's not like we have to wait for Android update and then you get an iOS update or something like that. It's like we're rolling out updates swiftly, directly in the application to you. And that is very profound. It also means that as we grow as an organization, as we hire more engineers, well, as we grow as an organization, we hire more engineers. They're gonna work a lot faster in Flutter, a lot faster. And the reason for that is that Flutter has some really great technology built in, allowing coders to do basically a hot reload while they're coding. Usually for a developer, when they're working in a God damn, we lost the good tech again. That's such a shame. Anyway, you don't need to see me. You can feel me. Look, usually when development is being made in applications, you gotta wait while something is compiling. So you write a bunch of code as a programmer, and then basically you have to wait like 30 minutes for it to compile, and you can actually test if it worked. And then you might have to find out there's like a small mistake, and then you have to wait again and again. And that's the problem. Now in Flutter, it allows people, instead of just taking coffee breaks every 30 minutes, it means people can work continuously, again and again. And we'll see if we can fix this camera. All right, guys, I'm sorry about the camera tonight. It's not so not having such a good time. Okay, so let me get to some questions meanwhile. Looks like I'm back. Okay. So okay, so RPK Land Rover has a question about the IDO, which you can read in the chat, of course, but I'll try to read out. So I understand that the IDO is going to be released between 3rd and 10th in Crop Finance. Do we have to deposit in Crop token for that, or will we be able to do it through Companion itself? Yeah, so I mean, we got a lot on the plate right now, but we're definitely trying to make there we go again. We're definitely trying to make the IDO accessible directly from the app from October. I'm hoping we can finish in time. Regarding what asset you need, you're gonna need USDT or USDC, and you should not need any Acroba staked. But it doesn't. I mean, it's a good platform. These guys are really smart. They're really good. you could definitely consider keeping some of that token, because I think they're gonna do a lot better than a lot of other platforms for launching tokens. They're very friendly, very smart. Okay, camera back. That's very nice. So, okay. All right, guys. So let's get to talking about the markets a little bit. So what do we have here? Bitcoin. Yeah. That was really a nasty move on Bitcoin yesterday. There's there's no denying that this looked very, what can you say, predatory, like orchestrated. Especially if we go look, especially if you look at the order flow. And what's strange was that so many people were positioned going in to this CPI Friday. Sorry, the CPI yesterday, and I think camera's good. And what happened was that a lot of people got fucked. That's the best way to put it. All right, so let's have a look at this. Okay, so we go to 5 minutes. It's fine. And we really zoom out. Spanner. Okay, so you can see that right here, these charts look almost the same, but there's a big difference. So this is the Bitcoin chart itself, and then down here is the open interest. Open interest represents basically how many how many people is engaged with the market, how many people have a position. And for every Bitcoin, there's one long and there's one short, basically. So if there's, you can see here that it started here, so about 119K, and then it moved all the way up to 138K. So that's about, yeah, what is that? 1.5 billion something? It's about 18,000 Bitcoins, something like that. And yeah, basically took on a huge position here. And you can see how it got unwinded completely the same way it got. Camera not having a good day. Camera is not having a good day. And basically the market completely unwinded this position for them. Probably not in profit. I just wonder why someone would buy such a big position going into consumer index price release. It's just it's mind baffling. It kind of makes you think that something else, some predatory play was going on here. Now the cool thing is that Bitcoin already, our algorithms already saw this coming, this trade on Sona, and it actually did like a super impressive. Let's have a look at this. And it actually had like a super impressive move. So right around here, the trade is picked up, and I think what the reason it was picked up was because of the volume signature and how it was moving and how much it was overextended without a pullback. And then we basically had that move directly into the extension, and it just killed it, completely killed it. And yeah, very impressive, very impressive trade. Let's see if we can get this camera back on. All right, guys. Meanwhile, we wait for the camera to return. You gotta wonder what's gonna happen here. I think it's too early to tell. But either way, I don't want people to really get crazy, panic about crypto. I want people to be really optimistic on crypto. Okay, it's this is like the third cycle, the third cycle I have seen in crypto, and what I can say is that even if there's like a lot more pain to come, even if it gets a lot worse, it's too late at this point. Like, this stuff is not going away. Crypto is here to stay, and you basically can't shut it down. Now, was this the reason that the Fed really like tiptoed and turned around and decided not to keep blasting liquidity into the market? It's because everything was bubbling up. Was it particularly because of crypto? I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter, because basically it's like the market now they showed their cards. They don't have any tools to stop it at this point. And that's why you should not get worried about Bitcoin. Even if Bitcoin goes to $10,000, you shouldn't get worried about it. And I know that sounds very extreme and so on, but it's really important to keep perspective here. Okay. So we're over here right now. And even if it takes like a trip all the way down to 10K or 8K or 12K, this area, like it doesn't matter. You can't it's like when you have a limited scarce resource like crypto, and you have infinite money printing across, we're back for let's see how long, and you have infinite money printing across the entire world. It's basically all these central banks in all the different countries are basically competing at who will die last, who will hyperinflate their currency the least. Like, if you are a Turkish man, if you're a Turkish guy, you've been having some bad years. Let's have a look. I think it's like 80% of your purchase power that's down if you're a Turkish guy. And Turkey is not even that unstable a country, like if you really look at like unstable countries, it's really not. So yeah, let's have a look. Let's look at weekly. Yeah, so basically, fuck. So it means since March 2021, it's like a year and 2 months ago. Since then, you have lost. It has tripled. The US dollar has tripled in value against the Turkish lira. So you've lost like 70 or 80% of your purchase power in 1 year. This is an EU nation. It's not good. It's not good. And that's it. If you're betting on human stupidity, and if you're betting on that the government is going to continue to be greedy and do stupid shit like they've been doing for the past many years, then you don't have to worry about crypto. Okay, you really don't have to worry. It is the only thing that really makes sense. And the reason that they're fighting it so hard is because they have to fight it so hard. The reason they have to fight it so hard is because this is monetary control of money is the last thing that the government still have control of. Okay, it used to be education, it used to be academy, etc., information, and so on. The internet came along, information became worldwide, distributed in seconds, and now it's everywhere. It's like the same information you can learn in the best schools today, the best university, is available publicly for free on YouTube. and that is crazy. So that is what it used to be. Like, it would make sense to invest in a degree in the school because you would come out with a return on that investment because you could leverage your skills. and so on. Unfortunately, today, the way that it's put together, it's just it doesn't give you that edge anymore that it used to do. So the investment that you're looking to make, it doesn't make sense anymore. And that's what happened to education and information. So now they can't control this anymore, and they're fully aware. Now they understand that the last they really have left to control is monetary. If they let monetary policy go out the window, it's over, and they already have, because Bitcoin exists. Now it's just a matter of time how many people are going to use it, and that's just going to keep increasing and increasing. So do not worry about where crypto is going. Don't worry about the short-term volatility of Bitcoin at all. Like it can do this and then recover in a day. And that's also why you want to be an investor, not a trader. Because if you're a trader and you have to deal with these extreme sell-offs and so on, it's very difficult. Very few successfully are able to do this. So and that's just why you should be an investor instead, most likely, because you won't get wiped out on a day like this, right? Yeah, you will have maybe a 50% loss, and then you will recover that 50% loss over the next 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12. It doesn't matter. You don't lose money on the short-term volatility, and that's crucial. So guys, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I know that I'm talking a lot and so on. What is SPX doing today? Yeah, it's not great. So all right, let's go back to Companion for a bit. So one of the things that we're building right now that I'm very excited about is our peer-to-peer marketplace. And maybe you don't understand why this is a big deal. Okay, let me explain why this is a big deal. The peer-to-peer marketplace is a big deal because what it allows for the first real, can you say, user activity in the app where people can actually trade together. But more important than people can trade together, people can bridge liquidity into crypto without involving the government, without involving Binance or some big cryptocurrency company. People can get into crypto. They can pay cash, or they can pay with bank transfer to another person who then will give them the crypto they need to get started with. And the cool thing about this is that in the beginning, there's basically going to be jobs for so many of our companions, you out there. You'll be able to put a listing in your local currency where you sell crypto for a profit, meaning that you will sell, let's just say 300 USDT to someone who wants to buy them, and you'll be able to buy it back for $295. And the whole thing only takes you 30 seconds. So you make like $5 in 30 seconds. And that is basically it. Because what it means is that when you sell that other user $295 of crypto, which they pay $300 for, you make that $5 spread. You make that profit. You take that money, you put it straight, you wire it back to one of your exchange, you buy it again, and you just go sell it again. And because that Companion is built as a progressive decentralized organization, like we're moving towards a complete decentralization of Companion, because it's built this way, we have all these tools in Companion to use tokens to incentivize people to do these jobs. And it's not just the peer-to-peer marketplace, it's the entire platform, it's the entire ecosystem. So we basically have these tools where we can incentivize people to use the application, where they make money as they use the application. And and even make an extra bonus when they do this trade or this. And I think that's really big, because that will allow people to bridge liquidity into crypto very easy. And this is the biggest challenge for new investors. The biggest challenge for new investors, like, they just don't know how to get it in, get started. They don't know how to get their money into crypto. And that is what we're solving with Companion. And we're even paying people to do it, and they will make money from it. So I think that's great. Um, so making sure that people can get money into crypto is very important. But then making sure that people use that money properly in crypto and don't gamble it away, that's the second chance. But of course, you can only help people if they want to be helped. Like, if people don't want the help, you shouldn't force your product on them. We shouldn't force them to do things a certain way. It's more that people have to want it themselves. If they don't want themselves, they're not gonna take it serious, and it's just gonna be a waste of time. So that's very important. And it's completely okay that people look at Companion and they think, like, I don't need this. I'm perfectly comfortable taking care of my own finances and my investments, and I don't fuck up. That's completely okay. The only problem is that they just don't know that they will need it. Everyone at a certain point in their investing career or trading career is going to be faced with challenges, and these challenges they almost always kills the prospect the first time. Like, they just don't have a chance to survive these problems as they come. All good here, bro? Oh, not all good. Camera dead again. All right, guys. Well, I'm not sure why this camera is having such a bad time. Anyway, so very soon we should be able to release the Companion app on on I think there will be Play Store for Google, and we'll have it on Apple's App Store as well, so you can download it. But the cool thing is that you're also going to be able to have it on your iPad. You're going to be able to have it on your Android tablet. You're going to be able to have it on your Windows. You're going to be able to have it on your Mac. And whichever of these platforms you use, you can install the app on all of them and use it from whatever device you're using. And I think that's really, like, very nice cross-browser, cross-platform functionality that just makes a nice user experience. Such a shame with the camera today. We So when is the new Navigator coming out? Well, okay, let me talk to you about the new Navigator. The new Navigator is being released in Companion. So if you fucking love Navigator, if you love the X mode algorithm, if you love RTD, all of this is something you can be owner of by investing in Companion. And the Navigator will be in Companion. And the reason for that is because the Companion app is, just like I said, it's a multi-cross platform application that allows us to build a complete platform with all these different functionalities, including trading, very advanced trading like we have in Navigator today. This will all be in Companion. I'm inviting everyone to be a part of this. I'm inviting everyone to have ownership in this if they want to be part of it. And it's okay if you don't. If you just want to stick along and you just want to see what happens, you don't need to invest anything. You don't have to buy the token. You don't even have to use the app. Just stick along, see what we're gonna do, see how we approach things and how we release it. And you can decide for yourself if you want to use it. So Navigator 2 is being released in Companion, and I think we will have trading functionality ready later this year, where you'll be able to actually do real trades on our perpetual markets. And the cool thing is we're gonna have access to SPX. We're gonna have access to gold. We're gonna have access to the top stocks. We're gonna have access to the top forex markets, and it's all gonna be available and tradable from inside of the new companion app, which will be the navigator. Such a shame with this camera today. I'm sorry, guys, but next week we will do it better. Is there gonna be leverage? Yeah, there will be leverage. That will be leverage for sure. My camera guy looked very frustrated at our tech, and he's like, "Why is it not working?" So, but I think next week we'll. I think next week, guys, camera will be working for sure. It really has like a quite a look to it. It really looks like, you know, like a TV screen broadcast in Europe when I was little, and you know, like the signal stopped working. It would look exactly like this. It's funny. Here we are, 20 years later, still the same multicolored screen. So guys, keep your questions coming if you have any. So I want to the last thing I want to drop to you guys tonight, so you understand. The last thing I want to drop to you guys is you have to understand why Companion will be successful. In Breakfree Trading over the past several years, we have really perfected. Oh, here we are. We almost were there. He's just teasing me. Now he's just teasing. Throughout the years, we have perfected in Breakfree Trading how to acquire traffic, educate traffic, and you know, really highlight to people the value of our tools and our algorithms. And we still have that ability, and we're going to continue using that ability to basically educate people on whether they should become an investor or become a trader, and basically head directly to Companion. This will mean that as if people believe in the future that there's going to be more traders and investors, if people believe that the new generation growing up today, you know, prefer to do their investments in a different way than in the past, if people believe that the best way to make money in a gold rush is to sell shovels, well, if people understand all of these things and understand that Companion is basically an exchange that deals people the investments that, you know, people that they decide on investing in, you will understand that it doesn't matter if it's a good market or it's a bad market, the company always makes money. And if companies always make money, that means the token will always continue to go up in price. That's just how the tokenomics work. And given our ability to acquire traffic, which very few startups really successfully do, acquire traffic, educated, and bring them to our apps and our technologies. Well, you should also understand then why we will just win. Like, there's no question of denying it. We're just gonna win, and the way we win is by helping people understand that the world is changing and that people don't have technology on their side. Oh god damn. We lost the cam again. Oh, it's really struggling today. It's a shame because it's a pretty nice setup. But if people understand that in the future this will always be a necessity, and they believe in our ability to execute on it, you know, you shouldn't worry about what the token will do or how the token will, what price will go to. You should just be patient. So guys, if you have any final questions, just keep it coming. So when the Companion tokens actually go live in the market, which will be around 10th October, something like this, after you get your tokens, you'll be able to stake them directly in the companion app, and you'll be able to generate yield on your tokens in terms of you'll be able to generate more tokens on your stake tokens, basically. So what we're trying to build right now is some very smart functionality of these tokens that you have staked that also allow you to use it as collateral for trading or investing, or using it for other purpose than just being staked. Now, we won't be able to give people the full value of what they have staked to use that for trading or investing, but we will be able to give them some amount of it that they can use for trading or investing, even though they are staking it and it's locked up. And I think that's pretty cool. Guys. So if you haven't seen, you probably can't see this, but this is basically our new peer-to-peer market that I'm testing right now. And this is really gonna help bridge liquidity in crypto. Like, imagine that you can earn money from every single person. Like, everyone in the future will have crypto, okay? Just accept that. Everyone will have crypto. If you can get started early, inviting people into crypto investing through Companion, you will earn 15% of the fees they generate for life. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of potential. And there's very few other companies doing this, because the hard part about introducing people to crypto or trading or investing is that when you do this, you feel responsible to take care of them. And most of the time, people don't take care of them. And what happens is that people, you know what happens. They lose their money. They end up investing that turns to trading or whatever. So imagine instead that you can actually invite people to become an investor and have a good conscience about it. Such a good conscience that you know that it's good for them, because they will be educated and they will learn the dangers of trading and investing on their own. And they will actually, this is going to help them in their life. They're actually going to acquire a skill set that helps them for the rest of their life. Like, once you actually accept that you're able to do this and make money from it at the same time, you can just go out and you can create an entire business around just inviting people. Okay, in the last bull run, 2021, in crypto, there were so many people on Twitter and Instagram and all these places, and what they were doing was that they were showing that they were making these trades, they were making them so much money, and they were just, it's so easy, and they just made $1 million overnight and so on, and or $500,000 or $100,000. It doesn't matter. They were showing this constantly, that, oh, look how easy it is to make money. And the reason they were doing this was because they wanted people to sign up under their referral link, so they would go and take, an amount of their money and gamble it and try to make money too. And that's not going to go well. These people are going to get very hurt, and they got very hurt. They got really wrecked. So that's just not a good. That's just not good. We got to fix that. So we're fixing that, guys. So yeah, guys, final questions if you want. We're running out of time here. It's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the show and the camera time that you could see of me. Yeah, I'm very excited to get the peer-to-peer market out. Very excited to get the official app launched. Very excited to show you guys what we got coming for you next. Thank you for coming to the live stream, and have a great week, guys. Peace out.